Hello, everyone, Rand here, and welcome back to Pure Farming 2018. And since last episode, I went ahead and finished cultivating and planting this field here. We got potatoes planted on the field with a small 2-row potato planter. We had to purchase that from the shop there. And I figured you folks probably didn't really want to see me, just going up and down the field with a 2-row potato planter, so I just finished that up off screen there. This episode, for starters, looks like we need to deal with the rabbits. So go near the rabbit cages, buy a rabbit cage, and purchase 5 rabbits. Right. So yeah, this is the potato planter we had to purchase here. I'm assuming, seeing how we planted potatoes, probably means we are going to have to purchase a potato harvester here at some point. But anyway, we'll worry about that when the time comes here. Okay, so rabbit cages, what do we got? 5,000. And so if I don't have enough money for this, what do you do exactly? If you have sufficient funds, build the first cage. Okay, what if you don't? If you don't have enough money, you'll have to take a loan. And side tasks are an excellent way to get additional funds. I think that was, I forget if that was on screen or not. We drove past somebody that was standing, I think it was out this direction here somewhere. Let's maybe go check that out. See what we can do about making some additional funds. Alternatively, I guess we could take a loan too. But like I said, let's see if we can earn some money here first. Doing some sort of jobs. I don't know what that is going to entail here in Pure Farming. Again, it doesn't seem like you can hire a worker here yet. I'm kind of curious about that, if that's like deactivated because of the scenario we are doing or how this works. Again, this is Grandpa's farm scenario here on Montana. So the Montana map here in Pure Farming. Again, if you're not familiar with this game, comes with 5 maps here. Again, let's see if I can remember them all here. So you got Montana, Germany, Italy, Japan, and Colombia. I believe that's 5 of them, right? And of course, you got some kind of special crops in each one. Of course, Montana here, big grain producer. So the main thing on this map. Apparently rabbits as well. Oh, okay. It's like a bounce back there. If you plow these 2 fields, I will pay you really well. Time to complete, 96. I hope that is not real time. Time to complete 4 days. Oh my goodness. Plow the farmer's first field, plow the farmer's second field. Okay. Gets us 30,000. That is quite a bit of money. Let's... I felt like we'd come to an agreement. Sorry, I couldn't understand what you said, but right. Does that mean we got to get our own plow for this job, I take it? That field's not too big. Go back and get our plow here. So yeah, it should be an exciting episode of plowing here then, I guess. Again, I haven't taken the time here yet to see what's up the farming simulator steering wheel there. The Logitech or Saytech one will work here with this game. Again, it is, in my case, I have the Saytech wheel. Obviously, now that Logitech bought them out, it's now the Logitech wheel. Still comes with Saytech branding on it, interestingly enough. Here's what the second field is. It's probably one of the bigger ones here. Let's take a look at the map. What do we got around this area here? Yeah. Oh, do we own field 7? It looks like we own field 7 here. See, now, if this wasn't so much of a mission here, I'd be probably planting these fields rather than messing around with all this nonsense we've been doing. But, oh well, whatever. Okay, rotate plow. No, we need to unfold the plow. Unfold. Okay, but move over just a little bit more here. And move device down. bigger plow here would definitely be nice. There are larger plows in the game. We just probably need a larger tractor to pull them. I don't think our current tractor can pull any of the larger plows at this point. I wonder if it'd be worth it to like just take out a loan for this job. Where do we do that here again? If you haven't... Oh, you don't have to take out a loan. Side test. Okay, well, what does it take to take out a loan then? Bank application. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we kind of actually have a rather large... That's right. I forgot about that. We got a ginormous loan already, so maybe we better not do that. Definitely thinking a larger tractor here would be nice. And, of course, the larger plow to go with said larger tractor. And I'm just going to work from the outside of the field in here. Again, just takes too long, in my opinion, for you to rotate the plow in this game here. Again, of course, no GPS in the game. Something that is sadly needed in all farming simulator games, if you ask me. And that weird lag spike again. I'm not sure what's up with that. Every now and then I get that. Last episode I didn't notice it at all, I don't think. Come to think of it, I don't think episode before either I noticed it. But yeah, this episode a couple times here. Anyway, we'll see if we can read a couple comments here while we're going up and down the field. You know, obviously this is part of the game here, so I don't want to really cut out too much of it. Oh, and by the way as well, I should mention, you know, obviously this would, or should be, a Broad Acres episode again. I alternate multiplayer, and then currently going to do a little pure farming instead of single player. So multiplayer, Broad Acres there on Farming Simulator, and then single player here on Pure Farming. So this should have been a Broad Acres episode, but the server apparently crashed here. And it is up, but it's not running really well, so that's why I'm not recording on that. I'll see what's, maybe it's just it needs to fully start up here yet. We'll see once. I suspect because of course play on it, that might be what's causing the slowdown there. It took the server literally 20 minutes to start up. And again, if you've ever created any large courseplay courses in Farming Simulator, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It takes the game forever to load. That's because of courseplay. And again, I don't know why that is. Makes no sense as to why it should take that long for courseplay to load. Just something, yeah, something's really inefficient there. That'd be my guess. I don't know what that is, but I have the same thing there on the Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio River Basin map as well. Being a 4X map, some of the courseplay courses you generate tend to get really big, and because of that, it'll sometimes take, you know, if I don't clean it up, it'll take that map sometimes 10 minutes to load. You know, if you get rid of the courseplay courses, the map will load in probably less than a minute. But with the courseplay courses there, it has to load. It'll sometimes take 10 minutes for Missouri, Mississippi River Basin map to load. Again, the River Basin map series there is done. We did do a live stream kind of grand finale wrap up on it. Did a little bit of courseplay, went and looked through all the vehicles, of which there was quite a few. Oh, okay, zooming out is... There we go. We'll call that a good zoom. Anyway, first comment here, Maverick was saying the truck here in Pure Farming looks like the new Ford Ranger that Ford is making in 2019. Yeah, it's now that you say that, it does look very similar, doesn't it? Of course, in the game here, it's a Mitsubishi. I think it's actually a Mitsubishi 150. It says somewhere here what it is. No, L200. Okay. Or is it a 150? No. Must be a 200. I'm assuming that's which one it is here anyway. Oh, Nick was just saying server 2 is down. Yes, it was. I don't know why it was down. It's actually been running really great here so far, quite surprisingly, given the size of the map and the number of issues and the number of issues other people have said they've had with it. I'm actually quite surprised we made it this far with that map. But yeah, something definitely caused it to crash there. And like I said, when I was able to get on it there, once it started up, still wasn't running really great. So again, maybe it's just still starting up yet. So, but in the interest of having a video here for today, I figure we'll just do a Pure Farming episode and hopefully a next episode there. We'll do Broad Acres there, assuming the server's all back up and running and everything's good again. If not, we might be looking at having to do a different map there on multiplayer. We'll have to see once here. Joe was saying Pure Farming, this is like having a root canal procedure without anesthesia, aka torture. Please return to real farming in FS17. Well, I don't know what you find so particularly bad about this game. I mean, so far it's pretty much just like starting up in Farming Simulator. I mean, we got the old 4-bottom plow here. You know, we got a Zetor tractor. Nothing really different than what Farming Simulator here has, I would say. You know, I'll have to say, kind of like Farming Simulator, I'm not necessarily a big fan of this map here so far. It kind of has the Farming Simulator 17 map feel to it, if you folks know what I mean, like Goldcrest there. You know, where the fields are like spread out, they're small. You know, Goldcrest, kind of a, I don't want to say a poor map, but in some ways it is. Definitely not high on my list of favorite maps. Oops, that's not the right one. Right, Z to raise and lower, not V to raise and lower. Probably going to do that a few times. The field here does have a 3D texture on it here for plowing, so that does actually look fairly good. A little too perfect, if you ask me. I think I mentioned that already last episode there. And of course, at this point with this game, I think probably the biggest thing is going to be the amount of content on here. Not altogether that much for, you know, tractors and equipment. This game is supposed to support mods as well, by the way. You know, I think time will tell and see once if any mod authors actually make mods for this game. That'll probably be the big thing. Don't know if that's going to happen here or not yet, but I guess we'll find out. The herdsman was saying you should do a PC versus console multiplayer competition on Broad Acres. Yes, there's just one little problem with that. I think the console will just have to automatically forfeit there, seeing as how the console cannot get Broad Acres. Nor will it ever be able to get Broad Acres for one very good reason. 16 hex map. Consoles can only have standard-sized maps, apparently. There was a rumor there for a while consoles could get 4X maps, but apparently that is not the case. Consoles can only get standard-sized maps. And again, Broadacres there, that is the Australian base map. It is a 16X map, so 16 times bigger than a normal map. Reminder there, by the way, for anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers. You know, if you're into the big maps, definitely worth checking that one out there on Broadacres. At least assuming we can get it running here again. Worst case scenario, if we can't, it's probably going to involve just deleting out the course-play courses. I suspect that is what is causing the issue, but not sure. We are looking at doing another PC versus console competition, by the way. Haven't nailed down any details here yet. But, we'll see once in the future what we can come up with. Just a reminder there, by the way, you can go over and check out Thomas McConsol's channel there. He's doing videos on the forfeit map, as we're calling it there. The map he has to play on for losing another console competition there. That map, of course, is No Creek Farms. Very good map, at least in my opinion. And I think Thomas has said he's starting to enjoy it a little bit here as well. At least when we can pull him away from Minecraft anyway. Oh, hey, is the sun finally coming up? Seems like it's getting a little brighter here finally. Ryan was saying, pending what version of Pure Farming you have, if you have the deluxe version, you might be able to get the bigger tractor, the Lindener Geotrack 134, for nothing. Which is interesting, for nothing. I'm actually not sure what version I have. I'd have to actually go look. ZG High was saying I was downloading the mod and it gave me a virus. Interesting. Now, I think the important question to ask here is, and again, he's talking about Farming Simulator, I'm sure, not about Pure Farming here, but big question to ask would be, did the mod give you a virus or the website you downloaded said mod from give you the virus? Very important distinction there. And a very important reminder as well, when downloading Farming Simulator mods, be very, very careful what websites you're downloading them from. There's definitely some very sketchy websites out there hosting Farming Simulator mods. In fact, I would have to say a lot of the Farming Simulator mod websites are very sketchy. So just be very, very careful with any of the mod websites you're downloading Farming Simulator 17 mods from, or any Farming Simulator mods for that matter. You know, pretty much all the Farming Simulator 17 mod websites are definitely of lower caliber, what we typically call trash, do not visit type of websites. All right, again, V. So, you know, typically, as long as you're careful, you can get the mod from those websites. So you just got to be careful, watch what you're doing, make sure you're actually downloading the mod, not a virus or some other nonsense or rubbish you don't need. And if you're looking for some good, and I would say mostly virus-free, I won't, you know, guarantee it, but mostly clean websites, definitely check out like FSUK. Quantity of mods over there, definitely not the greatest, but quality is pretty good. Obviously, of course, too, don't forget to check out the actual official Farming Simulator mod hub. Actually, a fairly good selection of mods, at least on the European side of equipment anyway, over on the Farming Simulator mod hub there. Again, like I said, probably not the greatest selection for American-style equipment, but a couple other good sites as well. Mod Hoster's pretty good. Of course, if you're looking for more American-style mods, American Eagle, American-style modding, those are all really good websites as well. And again, with the whole modding situation here in Farming Simulator, a lot of the modders have gone to Facebook now. So, you know, if you're part of some of the Facebook groups, you can find a lot of mods that way. Kind of a shame here the modding situation has gone to this and with Farming Simulator here, but that is what happened. Again, pretty much due to a lot of the low-life scum out there stealing mods. Ethan was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Jeffrey was also saying, could you do a little Flip My Farm in the mix? Yes, Flip My Farm. We should do a little more of that here as well. Not sure if that game is back out. That's Farmer's Dynasty, by the way, if you're wondering what Flip My Farm is. What Jeffrey is referring to there. But yeah, I'm not sure if Farmer's Dynasty's back out again or not. It was taken down for a while due to a copyright claim. They got that resolved. It was back up for like, I don't know, like a week at the most, I think. And then it was taken back down again. And I don't believe I've heard anything since. And that's been several weeks ago now again. So, not sure what's happening with that. Not entirely sure either as to what game would be, or game developer would be copywriting Farmer's Dynasty there, as it definitely seems to be a rather unique gameplay mechanic there. So yeah, I don't know who or what or why the copyright issue yet. Don't believe they're saying either that I know of. Aaron was saying, hey, does anyone know where I can find the GMC truck that you're using? That'd be something I want to add to my collection. Sorry, I don't think I have a link to the GMC dump truck there. That is definitely, at least for us, a rather old mod. We've had that for a long time now. And at least the version we have has been modified at least once or twice, I think, just to fix some errors with it. And then also change the capacity. It was initially 80,000, which is definitely a little high, if you ask me. A little OP. And then someone changed it to 100,000. Apparently the 80,000 there was doing their heads in. Oh, I guess we can call this field done, can't we? Oh, I was afraid of that. Yeah, the big field. Oh, my goodness. Okay, next field. Yay. Not really, but at least, like I said, it's going to pay good here. I'm assuming that means we get 30,000 out of it. Which, with the equipment in this game, most of it's not very expensive, so in theory, we should be able to upgrade somewhat quickly, I would hope. Maybe we'll even look around after I'm done with this here. See if there's any other jobs we can do. And, you know, at least with the jobs there in Farming Simulator 17, the bigger the piece of equipment, typically the less money you make. I don't know if that works the same here in pure farming, though. You know, so $30,000 job, if we bring the biggest plow in the game over here, Do we still get 30,000 yet? I'm just assuming we probably do. Oh yeah, like I said, this definitely is going to take a while to plow this field. Oh, 2%. So if we get to 4% after this round here, that means we're going to have to do this, what, 25 times up and down the field? And again, too, not using the rotate function here just because I think it's quicker to just drive to the other end of the field than it is to wait for the plow here to rotate. Definitely quite the slow rotating plow. Not to mention, you have to fold it in first, then rotate it, then unfold it. So basically a total of 5 actions there you would have to complete to rotate the plow. You know, basically when you get to the end there, you have to raise it up, you'd have to fold it in, you'd have to rotate it, you'd have to unfold it, so unfold it, you know, when it's rotated back the other way, and then lower it back down. So again, total of 5 actions there. At least here we're only doing 2. Raise it up, lower it back down. Anyway, everyone, looking at the time, I think with that, we'll just wrap up the video here. Again, I'm just going to probably finish this up off screen. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.